This is lesson number 005 in our series 101, Transformation, the Ultimate Surrender. This is series 101, Transformation. And then we're talking about the ultimate surrender. Today we're going to give you lesson 005, and it's entitled Time for an Upgrade. How many times you've heard that recently? That it's time for an upgrade. And we're going to be very clear. Our text comes from the book of Job. Job, the 22nd chapter and the 28th verse. And it simply goes, God does these things to turn a person back from the pit so that the light of life, and that's what we're going to focus on here in this message. The light of life. The light of life will shine. Get a little rays around the sun here. We'll make our sun a yellow sun. The rays of light will shine on us. And those rays, and here's our person. Smiley face, a little arms on him, and we see the light coming toward that person. That's the main message. But in order for the light to shine, we have two things that we must do. We have to decide to live for God. One. And then two, we have to allow the light to light our path. It's the road down here. So what we're actually saying is that God will bring into our experience light, and that light can be used to light our path when we follow the light, when we do what God requires us to do. You can become blind by seeing each day as a similar one, because, believe it or not, each day brings a miracle because it's a new day. It's just a matter of paying attention to the miracles that occur. The upgrade in life begins when we see each day as a miracle, because each day is a miracle and we have to see it. That's when the upgrade begins. Now there's a process, process, that brings about an upgrade, and I call that process 1, prayer, and then the other part of that process is meditation. These two things, prayer and meditation, brings into our experience the good that we desire. And the way to an upgrade is by making a decision to allow the light from God to shine daily in our life. Now, so our message in a nutshell is the way to an upgrade. We're going to put it out there. Upgrade. The way to an upgrade is by making a decision to allow God, get this out here, to allow God to do for us, what we cannot do for ourselves. An upgrade is nothing more than a turning point. And there are several in our life. There are a lot of turning points. Let's talk about some of the turning points in our life. Let's start up here. Call it turning point. I would say between the ages of 17 and 18. Let's go as a young adult. There's a turning point. Life begins to make sense, and you begin to ask the question, what is my purpose? You should have a purpose for living. Turning point number 2. Let's say 22 till 33. Then you start asking, who am I? Turning point number 3. Turning point number 3 might be the middle age or middle life transition. You're 38, let's say, till 45. You start asking the question, why am I still here? Then turning point number 4, you reach that point, you're at old age now, you're getting old, and you start feeling it. 50, 55, you start asking the question, am I on the right path? Put that on up. Then you move on to number 5, the turning point. At that point, you're at the age of 60, let's say, to 65. You start raising the question, am I happy? Then you get to turning point. I think you're now 70 till 75. You start asking the question, am I living life to the fullest? Then finally, you reach that, if you're fortunate enough to reach the 80 to 85, you start raising the question, am I ready to transition? Am I ready to transition? And obviously we're saying, are you ready to move to the next level? These are the 7 levels, but it all comes down to this upgrade. Because if you have been upgraded, you would be able to, you would have been living, loving, and laughing your entire life. So you're now at the point where you can allow God to do for you what you can't do for yourself. And that's what the upgrade is all about. We can exclaim that God is lighting our path and guiding us in the way we should go. You're now in the upgrade.